Sometimes mentally reframing our experiences can make a huge difference. So here's the story. The other day, I decided to take what is a 3-mile walk to my very favorite frozen custard place for a 1-scoop cone of a Halloween themed flavor that I know I love every year. And I absolutely loved it again this year too. It was definitely delicious. And I'm ready to embark on my 3-mile walk back home, trusting thoroughly in the idea that 6 miles round trip will mitigate the calories of the custard itself. But I realized that first I ought to make a quick pit stop at the men's room. And this place has a single user little cubicle of a men's room. And of course, as I walk over there and pull the handle, it's locked. Somebody's in there, and that guy hears me pulling at the handle and says, "Give me a minute." And so I do just that. And in fact, I stood there for what I believe was 12 minutes, during which time I heard him flush 5 separate times. And when he eventually comes out and I step in, it's entirely filled with cigarette smoke. And I am annoyed, to say the least. I mean, I regard what he did by lingering in there for the purpose of smoking and keeping others waiting. Well, I regard that as inconsiderate and selfish. And oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure illegal. And so I'm not happy about this at all. I have considerable anger, but then I embark on my 3-mile walk back home. And as I'm walking, I think about, well, how could I possibly mentally reframe that little experience? And I start to think about how pitiable it is for someone to be so addicted to tobacco that they have to resort to ducking into the restroom at the frozen custard place to use cigarettes. I mean, what that must do, all that tobacco, to one's physical health, but also one's financial health, and perhaps to the relationships in one's life as well. And as I'm walking and thinking about that, I begin to regard the man differently, not purely with anger, but also perhaps with a bit of pity. And I think about how Dietrich Bonhoeffer wrote in his book Life Together, words to the effect of he, Bonhoeffer, found it impossible to harbor any ill will or hatred toward anyone for whom he has prayed. And so I take a few minutes on my walk home to silently pray for that man. When we mentally reframe our experiences, it can make a huge difference.